I gotta say, this is probably one of the best interviews I've ever done in my transition. Left her 9 to 5 to do insurance full time. 3 months ago, she had no agents in her hierarchy. She was alone. And within 3 months, 3 months, I think she beat my record. We're gonna have to like double check that. Have to double check that. But she has 44 agents under her hierarchy. So within 3 months, and we're talking about a six-figure job. We're not talking about, respectfully, entry level job, right? We're talking about leaving a six-figure job. The faith that you have to have in yourself, the faith that you have to have in whatever company that you're joining. So I'm super excited about this interview. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. We turn protection into power. Generations every hour. Here we go. I am super excited for this week's podcast. We have one of our rising stars, Leticia. Just, I'm not gonna even speak a lot. I want to know what's going on with you. What have you been doing? How are you killing it? How is your schedule packed? And hopefully, this will help propel some of our other agents to do having similar results that you're having. So, without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into it. For those who don't know, just who are you? Like, who are you? Tell me who you are.
Like, I think the most important thing that I want to describe myself is I'm a woman of faith. I truly believe that God has a purpose for every season in my life. Everyone always asks what your why is. My why is definitely my family, right? So everything I do is centered around creating a better future for people. And not only people that I love, it's just helping other families. In my personal time, I enjoy traveling. I enjoy going to other countries. I also enjoy reading. I am passionate about learning, right? I am a habitual learner. I just want to make myself a better version of me every single day. So that's one of the things that I do. You know how you have those simple things in life is laughing, you know, laughing with family, laughing with people that I'm around. Just having those meaningful conversations is just so important to me. So I also am a natural servant of people, right? I love watching people's accomplishment. I love watching people grow. I think like if I summed up who I am is, I'm a natural leader. I'm someone who believes that success is not measured by what achievement, but how we impact the lives of others. So, just me growing, just me being grateful, taking every lesson in and every opportunity. It's just who I am.
Ooh, tell us who you really are. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Excellent. Excellent. So what were you doing before Legacy Link? Before you joined Legacy Link? What was your life?
I was I was in corporate America. My focuses throughout my career, I have been leadership, human resources, really just training, mentoringship, and developing people. So I have led everything that there is to be in the customer service arena. So you name it, I've probably done it. I've done customer service, accounting,
Mm.
rehabilitation and loans, default aversions, collections. I have always been the leader and managed people. So, as you can see, I said before, I love to serve, and God has always put me in positions of leadership. So I could come in and be like, I'm going to be a individual contributor. And guess what? God's like, nope. You are gonna, the opportunity opens for me to become a leader and just lead people. So I have embraced it, and that's what I've been doing throughout my career before Legacy Link.
No, born leader. Ooh, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I understand 100%. What made you get into the insurance industry?
I think like the biggest reason was purpose, right? So I realized that so many families didn't understand how money works. I don't know about you, but I was not taught that in school, right? And I didn't learn it until I got to be an adult. So once I learned it, I was like, wait a second, I have tapped into something that everybody needs to know. So that's when I started sharing it. It's a lot of things that the stigma when people say life insurance, there's so much involved in it that people don't know and people don't understand. So, my biggest mission is to make sure that I am spreading the good news to people and educating and making sure that they have everything at their fingertips to help themselves, their family, and build legacies.
Where have you been? Outstanding. That's what I like to hear. That's the biggest whys. That's super important. Did you have any fears or concerns before you got started?
I think learning something new, right? Mastering the products, understanding the industry, like building confidence with talking to clients. And you know how, like, when I start something, I'm like, oh, I have to have everything right, or everything has to, be perfect. And I was like, you know what? Let me just tear off the band aid. If God did not give us, the mindset of being fearful. So I was like, I'm just going to go in here and learn. Another aspect is in my previous corporate positions, I'm used to being that subject matter expert. So
Mm,
it's like coming into something new, you are new. So I had to step back and really embrace learning again and learning from people and listening, not doing a lot of talking, but just focusing in and having mentors and having them show me the way. So after I got over that, I'm like, okay, I can start this and I can get this moving.
wow. Being coachable is probably one of the most underrated, qualities that someone can have, especially when they're stepping into like a new industry. Like even for me, I'll step into things like I'll never say if somebody tells me something, even if it's a refresher, right? It's always good to have. I'm never. Oh no, no, no. I know that already. No, I'm still open to listen because I'm 100% sure. Even if I know 99.9% of the things that they're saying, that 0.01% can be the percentage that changes my life. So being coachable is a quality that you just need for any type of growth. Kudos to you. All
Thank you.
right, cool.
Thank
Let's go
you.
to the next question. Let's go to the next question. So, what has surprised you about the business?
I think the biggest thing for me is, how people say, oh, you'll be selling. You guys, it's not about selling, it's about helping people. I am a solution solver. So, what I'm doing is I'm listening to people, I'm finding out what their needs are, and I'm coming up with a solution for them. As soon as you present logical information that's going to help and solve problems, it's the best thing that you can give to people. So I think just changing the mindset and really bringing the value to people versus thinking, oh, I'm just selling this product or oh, I'm just doing this. It's the person first. So that right there is what really surprised me and just changing my mindset about no selling. I'm just, again, providing someone staying focused on their problems and just appreciating the guidance and the information I can give back to people and families.
Damn, excellent. Very simple. You have an issue, we're here to solve it. Okay, cool. Next question. Next question. Excellent. Excellent. What do you believe has contributed the most to your success in the business so far?
Consistency and obedience, right? I've learned that, success isn't about doing something amazing once, right? It's about doing the right thing every day. So, me really focusing on building my own personal craft, right? And staying consistent with it and not using my feelings, right? Like, if I don't feel like getting up, that is feelings is not even in my mindset anymore. I am just doing it, right? So, I just go, 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 go. And it's like really, truly, me doing that has made me be as successful as I have become in the last 2 months.
Wow. And I mean, tap in on that, like discipline and consistency. And if people come into the business, and I feel like any industry, but let's specifically
Uh
speak
huh.
about this. They come into the business um, so worried, right? What are you worried about, right? I'm worried about success. I'm worried about selling. I'm worried about what if I don't. Don't think about that. Think about just being consistent and being disciplined. I love that. Me and you preach that. I don't care how I feel. I'm getting up and doing whatever it is I set out to do. Your feelings, funny too, because your feelings lie, right? There's times where I didn't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go, but right after, I felt so incredible. I felt so amazing. I was just so happy that I went. So yeah, don't worry about your feelings. Write down your goals, tap into them, and this is exactly why. And I'm glad that you came on, is because you're having, and we'll kind of get into that. You're having, to me, like massive success, right? And I want people to understand that, like, everybody that comes in may not have the success that you're having at the level, but if they're consistent and disciplined, they can have similar results. Right? It's very simple. So yeah, let's get into it. This is incredible. I don't want to talk. I don't even want to talk. No, this. I'm lost for words. I want to hear you speak. I'm loving that right now. So, what does a typical day look like for you?
You guys, I start my day early, right? Because I got a plan. And I have to be grounded and centered on what I'm doing throughout the day. And I also have to act with intention, right? I have to be intentional. So I start my day with prayer, right? Meditation. Do a little stretches and exercise, really focus on gratitude. Like, what am I thankful for? Just thanking God for all of the things that He has done for me, my family, and the people that I'm meeting, right? I asked God to just show me favor in my daily calls and everything that I do throughout the day. After that, I do some household things to get done very, very early. And then I dive into legacy, right? So I start off doing all of my follow ups. Guys, it's very important. Like when you start writing policies, these carriers and these underwriters asked you a lot of information. So it's like you have to be prepared and understand how to respond back to the underwriters. After I do that, it's call time, right? It's go time. So I'm either doing calls and I'm doing policies. So I just manage both of them throughout my day. I also set time for personal development, you guys. It's so important that you get training from the carriers, that you talk to your mentors. But I continue to educate myself again because I want to make a better version of myself each day. And if I don't take the time out to study and learn. Like I can wait for trainings, I could hear it from other people, but you guys, it's nothing like getting it yourself, right? For just embracing it and having it and be like, oop, yep, I got that, or I learned that, or this is what I've got. And also, you're sharing it with other people, right? So the information I'm learned, I'm giving it to other people. Legacy Link here, we do not gatekeep anything. We want everyone to be successful. So that is how my day goes every single day. You guys, I'm up at 6, and sometimes my last appointment is at 9 p.m. And I'm Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Colorado, so I'm, catching that East Coast early. I'm catching the Pacific Coast late. So right there is what I do every single day. But the glories about being an entrepreneur and building your business is I got my time back, right? Even though I work a lot of hours, if I do want to take time and, go to my book club or, spend time with my family, I just block it out on my calendar. But everything is planned for me and everything that I do each day is intentional. And I do have a task list, my calendar's book, but everything is written down what I'm doing. And don't get me wrong, if I do something different or it's not written down, it's okay. But I can always go back to my organization or my planner to see where I'm at and where I need to be and what I need to be doing for the day.
Ooh, so we're talking about structure, discipline, and consistency. Oh, baby, you put those three together, it's really tough to not have success. It's really tough to not have
Yeah.
success. Yes, outstanding, outstanding. Okay, let's see. What has been your biggest win so far?
Starting full time. So I think I started full time. What was it like? March? Was it
Yeah,
March?
about a month and a half ago, close to two
Month
months.
and a half ago.
Mhm.
I think my biggest personal win, and I'm gonna talk about some numbers, you guys, is so the month of May, we're in June, I wrote 19 policies. And that was, what's so funny? I didn't even realize it. Like I knew I had a lot, but then Link said it, and I was like, you said I was at 18, and I was like, what? so, so in my mind, my goal was 20, and then I did 19. But I was like, wow, like I was wowing myself. Like you wrote 19 policies. And you guys, the policies are important, of course, but the main thing I thought about is like, look how many people I helped, right? Look how many people I positioned to have the insurance and help their families and build legacies. Because you guys, those index universal life, I mean, that's just another topic in itself on that cash value, the death benefit. But just explaining that to people, especially agents, to see their aha moments is just amazing. So I think that has been one of my biggest wins so far and what I've been doing here.
Outstanding. I shout you out, of course. Shout out the company, because we've put, we use our, I like to use our community, right? But nationwide, we put over $100 million back into our community, through insurance, which is just an incredible accomplishment. And you played a tremendous role in that, to make sure our community is set, friends and family and everybody else in between. If God forbid something happens to them, their family is just not kind of left in the dark. People, we can. This is a whole nother discussion in itself. But I want the spotlight to say on you. But kudos to you. Appreciate you. Keep going. Let's keep going with these questions right here. This is a good one right here. So, what has been your biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it?
I think when I first started out, it was really managing, right? Balancing where I'm at. Because when you're, your family, your business, all of my responsibilities, I had to really, really prioritize my schedule and get into my rhythm. I call it my flow. So setting my goals and making sure that, I accomplish them. Because before I was like, oh, I could work this many hours, or I could do this, or I could do that. So basically, my biggest challenge was getting structured and make sure that I focused on what I was setting up every single day. And then once I overcame that, then everything started to flow. I didn't like, I have a tendency of like overthinking or being like, oh no, if things aren't this way or if things don't look like this. And, it's just my OCD kicking in. And I just had to stop it. So once I just let go, and you guys, I will say it, I let go and I let God. And
Mhm.
that's when my flow started moving, right? I really was spending time with myself, my internal and external. And then once I was like, okay, I'm committed, I'm disciplined, I am doing the things that God said to me and He wants me to pursue every single day. And once I just let go of everything, that's when my flow started. That's when I was like, okay, I got this, God. Okay, all right. It's my birthright to be the queen and amazing, right? He told me that is what He was going to give me. So I'm like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, that's one of my, I love it. That's one of my friends, and mentors named Ash Cash. That's one of his taglines.
Uh-huh.
Abundance is your birthright. So go out and
It
get it.
is.
For me too, I'm not pointing my fingers at anybody. A lot of times when I speak about some of my stepping stones, it's like, bro, listen, you're praying for opportunities that you're getting, and then you finally get the opportunity, and one, like it don't go exactly the way I wanted it to go. So now I stop. Right? No, what is that? Are you proving to yourself that you really wanted it? Are you proving to God that you really wanted it? Right? Are you just saying it? So we out here praying for stuff, and we have the opportunity to have it and to have way more, than it. So you got to let go. You got to believe in the journey. You have to believe in yourself, and just follow the structure. And I'm gonna keep saying it because it's super powerful what you said. Follow that structure, follow that discipline, and follow that consistency, and you'll be all right. All right, this is
Mhm.
excellent. All right, we got another one. We got another one. We got another one. What do you think the biggest mistake new agents make when getting started?
I think overthinking and waiting until they feel ready, right? So I think many people spend too much time trying to learn everything before taking action. So, the truth is, you learn this business by doing it, right? You take action, you ask questions, and you stay plugged in. And really, an important thing is like to stay plugged into everything. Like, show up. Like, don't like pick and choose like when you're going to show up and what you're going to do. Just always show up. If you show up, then I am telling you, things are going to come your way. right? So I'm just, I'll keep saying it, but just taking that leap of faith, right? And just stepping out onto it and not being afraid because it's right there in front of you. You just need to take advantage of you. And look at this. If I told myself, oh, I'll wait until I learn it, I'm going to be telling myself that 2 years from now when I could have built something amazing within that 2 years, stumbling and falling and getting my bearings. And you guys, most people aren't going to even know. Like when you're doing this business and I'm talking to people, people don't know what I don't know,
Hmm?
right? All right. So I'm just having conversations. If I don't know it, I am going to figure it out. Right. But that my client, my agents, they necessarily don't know that. So just keep that in mind. People are basing the conversations off of you, the rapport you're building with them. So take action. Just do it. Just learn it. Just go right now. Don't wait.
Wait, don't wait. One of my favorite quotes: entrepreneurs jump and build their wings on the way down.
There
And
we
you're in
go.
this business, you're not working for anybody. Hey, you're independent contractor with partners, you're not employees. So like bet on yourself. You're not gonna bet on anybody else. Bet on yourself. Very, very important. Betting on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's a big question right here. We got to get into this. This is the one right here. We full transparency. That's why I enjoy speaking to you. Hold each other accountable. I love it. And here's the question. So you have recently joined the Inner Circle Elite. The Inner Circle Elite is $40,000. I got to throw that out there. It's $40,000. What have you seen inside Legacy Link that made the decision a no-brainer?
I mean, I have firsthand experience on what this company can give you. So when I first started, just, as a part time agent, I was like, okay, building momentum. But once that momentum got and I started actually seeing the results from following the blueprint that Legacy Link set for me, I was like, I got to get into the Inner Circle Elite. You guys, not only for, the keyword elite, right? But, the culture, the leadership, the time that you get, the mentorship, the support, right? And you're just creating a community, an environment where people can truly exceed and just to be a part of something that is so great and so special, you guys. What we're building here, like it, Link can tell you, it makes me so excited. Like I spend my days like enjoying every moment of the day in what I'm doing. And this is what the Inner Circle Elite has brought to me, right? It is something that is just so amazing that I can't look. I'm having a hard time explaining it, just talking about it. But it's like not even, helping more people, of course, but the income potential that you get from being in the Inner Circle Elite is just the most amazing thing that I could ever be a part of. So it's exciting. It's a no-brainer to join. And the benefits that you get is will definitely reap the rewards and make you be overly successful in what you do and give you all of the tools to do it.
Yeah, it's what I do is, and thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. When I'm watching someone, I always try to do what's best for them, right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if I see somebody who may not be too active, then of course, right, the inner circle may not be the best for you because you're getting bombarded with leads. You're getting your schedule is. But what has been your schedule for like the last, let's say, 3 days? Like, how many appointments do you have a day about on average?
I start at 9 and I normally have an appointment every hour until 9 p.m.
Ooh, that sounds like a lot of appointments, girl. A lot of
And how
appointments.
I have about 15 minutes in between appointments that, I take breaks. I, stretch, I get up, eat. And, sometimes I do have meetings and I was mentioning trainings, but that's how my schedule is every day.
Wow. So obviously, I've seen you shaking and moving. I'm looking at you. I said, I think she'll be great for the inner circle. Obviously, you've joined and you gave us the reason why it was a no brainer for you. And then, so today is, what is today? The 5th, the 6th? What's today's date? The 4th?
The
Today's the
fourth.
4th. I'm looking at the activity since you joined, just about 3 or 4 days ago, and you've already, obviously, you've already helped families. You've already made money in that span. And then I'm looking at the projection of what you're going to do this month. You're looking at so I love numbers, right? So obviously, insurance is not all about the numbers, but if we're being straight up and we're being honest, we like it's passion and the profit. Like it's okay to think about the money while you're helping people, right? It's passion and the profit. So I'm helping people and I'm making money. So yes, of course, I know for sure, and we're gonna tap back into this 4 weeks from now. I know for sure I can see you helping anywhere from 15 to 25 families because you have your own goals. Like the goals I've set for you, you are surpassing. It's like, she's gonna come in, she's gonna do no, she's not gonna do 8, she's going to do 18. It's like, okay, let me not put no limits on this woman. Let me not write any goals down because she's gonna surpass them. So what I got excited about, when you joined is I see your activity and just about the income, right? So why does it excite me when people like yourself earn more money? Because you're a giver, right? I hear the things you're doing in your community. You told me one time you're driving, other people's kids to, to events, and it's like, oh, you're already giving, like you already a giver. So boosting your income from where it is to 25 to $30,000 a month, that means you're gonna give more. That means you're gonna help people, and there is no better motivation than results. So I feel like you're already shaking and moving. And then the more you make, the more people you're going to be able to help, the more families being impacted. I believe, and I know you believe in yourself. I believe you're going to take it to an entirely different level that you link. I don't know what's going. I'm not even because you're putting in the work, and as we both know, as you start putting in that work, every step you take, God is going to boost you up 2 steps more. One step,
Mm,
God will boost you up 2 steps more. And then how
mm.
can you fail when you have belief in God and when you have belief in yourself? It is impossible. So I love it. Happy to have you here. I see you killing it already. Super proud of you. Let's go to the next question. Thank you for that. Let me see. All right. So looking ahead, what are your biggest goals for this month? What level of income do you believe is possible for you? Like being in a, oh, you got a, I wish my son was here. My son, that's a big dog.
You can hear.
Big dog. We here, we love animals here, so we love dogs.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's the Cane Corso, guys. Just
Oh, coming out.
right. So biggest goals for this month, or my goal setting for this month is what I do is each month I set my goals, of course. And my biggest one for myself is to exceed what I've done last month, right? And so my average, probably my goal is 20 to 25 policies. And of course, that contributes in helping families, right? Also, growing my team, making sure that my team understands the processes, how to write policy, how to do case designs, illustrations. So, it's a twofold. So I'm doing both at the same time, right? And it's like, it's not about, how, just, it's just me focusing on what I'm doing every day. Because you may not see results that you want every single day. But remember, you're always planting the seed, right? So every time I talk to someone, I'm planting my seeds, right? And then when I look around like next week, some of my seeds, God is like, you know what? I am going to give her a little tiny harvest or a little garden. And they are like popping up. People will call me and be like, hey, Leticia, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's just planning it, right? And don't be worried about, what's going to happen, or that person didn't talk to me, or that person's not interesting. Always trust and believe they're listening to you. They may not be saying they're interested at the time, but keep planting those seeds, keep setting your goals to where you want to go, and just follow up and follow through on them, and just believe in yourself. And trust me, it will happen for you. So again, goal is 20 to 25 policies. And you know what that equates to with
Hey,
me helping families.
you know, we gonna keep that alive. You don't want anybody. You know, we know. No, that's super cool. There's it's a podcast. Two guys I really like, and they wrote a book. It's Earn Your Leisure. They wrote a book, and the book is titled like "You Deserve to Be Rich," right?
Mm,
And I when I tell you I love it, I have the book. I haven't read the entire book, but I definitely read through some of it, and it's so powerful. And that's the belief that you have to have in yourself. You know, like I'm first generation everything. I'm first generation own something. I'm first generation to start a business. You know, I'm first. I done broke every pretty much chain. I have spent more time with my son in the last 2 years than both my parents spent with me my entire life.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm breaking all type of, generational curses. And it comes from me being devoted and focused on one entity and building. And we already know when we put in that time, energy, and effort, that discipline, that consistency, that structure, like you're watching that, right? I love for those who started with me at the beginning where I had no agents, and that's a question I'm going to tap into you in 1 second, where I had no agents to now we have over 300 agents in 2 years. It's just that
Wow.
consistency and not even trying to really like build, right? Just trying to not even trying to sell and build, just really trying to help as many people as I possibly can. And when you start doing that, and you're seeking knowledge and you're learning and you're consistent and you're disciplined, it's just inevitable. Like just put in the work, and everything you've ever wanted, I think will just fall into your lap. Like that's what I have experienced my entire life. And that's good because now I can rewind, and I have another question for you. So when you initially started, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe you had like any agents, right? So we don't call them downline. We call them downlinks, people on your team. And I want to say you've been going all in now for how long? Less than 6 months?
Less than 6 months. Full time was March.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. So January, February, March, April, May, June. So we're going to say 4 months you've been going full time. Approximately, if you don't know the exact number, how many agents do you have under your hierarchy now in a 4 month span?
So now it's probably like 44.
What? Girl, you about to break my record. What are you talking about? Girl, hold on. You're gonna know spin. Are you kidding me? You have
Yeah.
44 agents?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Kudos to you. That is incredible.
Thank you.
How does that feel, right? 4 months ago, having no agents, now having, so obviously you have two incomes coming in, right? You have the
Right.
income of your production, and then also now you
Mhm.
have that income of that passive income whenever your agents produce, you're also earning. That's why those numbers looking like that. I see now why every time I look at payroll, they talking about you. What's going on? Oh, no, you right. Hold on. Make sure these numbers is right for yes or no. I get it now. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about that. That's super cool.
I just think that, what you said, like God prepares you for times like this. Like I have managed humongous call centers, right? I have had like, of course, 1,000 people. Of course, they're not all my direct reports, but I
Mhm.
have been over that many people. I have been leading. So, me building a team, it's like second nature, right? Knowing how to really focus on my team, make sure I'm meeting everyone needs, make sure, I'm serving the people. It's just what I naturally do. So, and it always excites me to see people succeed, right? I want everyone to win. Like I can't help it. I am here for everyone. I want everyone to understand that I want to teach, right? I want them to learn, and I want them to have the ability to do whatever they want to do because everyone's on different levels. But I am here to assist you at whatever level you're at and take you to whatever level you want to get to.
Wow.
So I am
Wow.
excited about the team. I am excited about their growth. Come on, you guys, just stick with us, stay with us, follow that blueprint, follow what we have in place, and I am telling you, things will come your way and you will be very, very successful here at Legacy Link.
What I'm afraid of is with all your skills and your ability, I think everybody's going to want to be on your team. People are going to start requesting. We're going to have in the next 60 days, or maybe after this podcast, we're going to have more requests for a transfer to get under this girl's team than we've ever seen in the lifespan of Legacy Lake. Just kudos to you. Definitely super proud of you. You know I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I love to see. I like that. You said you love to see everybody win. I'm going to size it down slightly for myself. I love to see good people win. Right, people with
Okay.
like good hearts and good souls and pouring into people. You know, there was a point where you were pouring in and calling and doing all the shaking and moving, and you wasn't making anything yet, right? But it didn't
Hmm.
stop you, and that's when you know that you helping people. Um, like it's not tied into any type of dollar amount. You were doing it anyway. Yeah, you know, we know when you put in the work, the money's going to come, but your heart is already there, right? Your heart is already there. You're already passionate about helping people, and that's oh my God. When you find people like that, you keep them close. I'm telling you now, it's gonna take everybody on earth for me to let you know, girl. Like we're gonna need everybody gonna have to grab my arms, and it's still gonna be an issue. So yeah, I'm definitely proud of you. We got two more questions. I'm not gonna hold you out. We heard about your busy day, and we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go do your thing. We know it's early here. Had to catch you early because we're people. So, what advice would you give someone who was thinking about joining the Legacy Link but kind of still on the fence about it?
I would just say, take action now. Don't let fear make your decisions, right? Um, Again, most people spend years and years like waiting for the perfect opportunity, and the opportunity is right in front of you. It's here. It's time. So, you know, take those steps to change your life, to change your family's life, and to truly leave that legacy and build and grow and learn. But I would say, like, the time is now. Why wait? Step out on faith, do it, get it done, make it happen.
I love it. I love it. And one of my favorite quotes, right? That it's mine, right? It's mine. So if anybody ever try, we nobody start to copy it. I don't want nobody to
You
take it.
better patent it.
I gotta patent it. Yeah, this is mine right here. I gotta patent it. That I love, and you're a testament to that. For you having, no downlink, nobody on your team, to now having over 40 agents on your team is super incredible in 3 months. And here's the line that I love so much: mentorship is the only shortcut God allows. So I don't know how long it took me to get to 44. But you're being, not only are you a hard worker, you have been plugged into somebody who, like, I've made pitfalls that you're not gonna have to make. Right? I struggled for almost 2 years trying to like figure it out before I deep dive into it. And you're going to surpass me because we have that roadmap, and you are a prime example of somebody who plugged in, who already is knowledgeable, who's already led, but still following the system. We have people that come in that don't know half of what you know and trying to create their own path. And then when they're not successful, a lot of times the first thing that they do is point fingers, right? What I started doing is I'm looking at myself first, right? Obviously, we've everybody's made mistakes. We've had problems. We've failed in life. Sometimes it could be partly somebody else's fault, right? I always like to take full responsibility before I start pointing things at what am I not doing? What have I not done? And you're just a testament of, you get somebody who's consistent, who's disciplined, with that structure, right? And these are things that you can learn, right? These are skills that you can develop, and that's really what it's all about. One of the, I guess, my proudest, like, about the company, like one of my proudest, how do I want to phrase this? How do I want to phrase this? One of my proudest, I don't know, I'll take that out. But one thing I love about the company definitely is like our culture, right? It's people first, it's integrity is everything. It's showing up, It's being consistent, it's being disciplined, it's obviously putting people first. And I think what makes us different than probably a lot of other companies, is our footprint, right? And what is our footprint? Like what is one of my favorite things that I implemented, calling my footprint, into the company, is I realized in my own personal life, I'm I'm better at whatever the thing is if I'm better myself. So forget trying to, like, yes, we could do sales books and learn sales. Yes, that's a skill that I think everybody should learn. But personal development is going to get you further than you reading, any type of sales book, because the better you are, the more you pour into yourself. Number one, the better you're going to be for everyone else. Number one. Number two is, have you ever like struggled, right? And we all have struggled, right? So have you ever been in a situation where you're struggling? And I'll give you a prime example of mine. And you don't have to share it, but if you want to share it, you can share it. But a prime example of mine on a small scale is, like, I was struggling financially, right? Struggling with my bills. And at that point, I'm in the best shape of my life. But I can't think about going to the gym and I'm not gonna have a home in 30 days, right? So you see how everything is kind of tied in together. And now we expect you guys to make calls and phone calls and be active and be there for people. And you're kind of like you're not even being there for yourself. Like you're struggling with whether it's emotions, whether it's physically, and it's really really tough for you to be at your best at on any level if you're not pouring into yourself. So forget trying to be a good salesman or woman. Our culture is, we want to make you elite men and women, and the money will fall out the sky. Like that is the best way to describe it. Come elite. Like, take pride in your craft. Like everything that you're saying, I'm like, I'm clapping for you, because, and we both know this, right? So we're just gonna remind everybody. You started out, you had the idea in your mind that you wanted to be a life insurance agent. Cool. So you did whatever research you needed to do. You paid somebody, you didn't pay somebody. You went on, you took the pre-licensing, you had to study for that. New York is brutal. I think it's like 18 chapters in New York. But I know some states is different, but that means you had to read through it, you had to learn it, you had to study it, you had to pass it. After you passed it, you had to do the state exam. So you had to schedule the state exam. You had to pay for that. So now, whether you passed it the first time, the second time, or third time, it cost you money. You finally passed it, right? Now you passed it.
Right.
Now you're excited. You did all of that. You done spent money. You done spent time. You done spent energy. You done spent effort. You definitely sacrificed something in order to get it. And then you finally get it. And then now you're content with just having it and not doing anything with it. Like, there's people who can't get their life insurance. Like, there's people who will never be able to obtain it, right? Because they can't pass the test because of their background, right? You're in a privileged position, and but one of the best things about it is, when you in sales, there's no limitation on how many people you can help and how much money you can make, right? You're not on a salary. And when I look at you and I look at myself, I think about my mentors, I think about Ash, I think about Storm, and you're a prime example of it, because you started pouring into yourself and pouring into the community before you've made anything. We are not looking for security. We're looking for an opportunity. And when we have that opportunity, we're going to make the best of it. So I just want you to know that we appreciate you. I think you are incredible. I think you are an incredible worker, an incredible partner. You're very, very structured. I love the way that you love people. You're pouring into people. You're always showing up. You somehow have a schedule of about 12 people a day, every hour. And even in that 15-minute buffer, like, you're still reaching out. You're asking questions. You're very responsive, right? A lot of people, myself, when I'm working 12, 14 hours days, Jamal's one of my best friends. I might not answer Jamal for 2 days, but you're very responsive. And I like that, because that means that you're structured and you have everything in order. So we appreciate you. Keep going. We're praying for you. We wishing the best for you. And you have been one of the most incredible pieces that has been attached to the legacy link. And I pray, like I pray for, there ain't gonna be too many like you. Right? Ain't gonna be too many. You know, we all one of ones, and that's real. Like we all one of ones, and that's real. But I always pray that, you know, we have people who also have the company's best interest at heart, right? So not only do you have the company's best interest at heart, you have your own best interest at heart. You have the community's best interest at heart, and it's showing in everything that you're doing. So I'm proud of you. Thank you for taking this time, with your busy schedule, to sit down and chat with me. And I'm wishing you the best, and definitely looking forward to helping you build and to reach whatever goals that you have, because you definitely deserve.
Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. So I'll probably be texting you later, right? Seeing what we get some stuff done. We always, you know, we're definitely linked for life, and I couldn't be more happier. I feel like I found an incredible business partner. I feel like I found an incredible friend. You know, we're building a friendship, and I feel like I found an incredible sister. So I love that. You know, I'm always looking for people like you to add to my little small circle. So,
Oh,
yeah, so enjoy your day, and thank you so much.